Yo, 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 what it do, what it do? I believe we should be alive. Let me know, chat, if y'all can hear us. This is your boy T Bates here, coming at you from Smooth Talk Radio, FT After Dark Airwaves. You know what we do. Raul, how we feeling tonight, man?
Good, man. Had a spectacular regional or qualifiers, whatever you want to call it. I think that's your preference, Now I'm sipping on some cool breeze and FT After Dark. We're trying to get chilled, trying to fit the vibe.
Trying to fit the vibe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No Daz. Yeah, the Bezos, he just said he wasn't gonna be home tonight. I ain't snooping to the young old man's business. So say he ain't gonna be home. He ain't gonna be home. But the work must still be done. We're trying to keep this consistent. I wasn't here last week, so they took a little while, and also I was just really tired that night. Longer day started, I was already asleep. So, but just tonight, I don't know. Tonight I got way more energy. I guess I took a lazy day. He's out celebrating that Genji dub. Ooh, maybe. I feel like there's a gap in between me and this little white line there. I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, there is.
How do I fix it?
What if it's like, is that my cam? Oh no, never mind. Not my cam. Or is it? Hold on. Wait, this side? Yeah, it is mine.
Is your camera?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's not lined up. Like, my cam is over the white line. And you can see my...
Watch this. Everything better. Check it out.
Hey, there we go.
You said my mic is a little low. Everybody always says my mic is low because I don't be screaming, and I don't know how to fix that. I don't know. Man, hold on. All right, I'm on 100 on there, and then 1 second, and then if I go to sound settings on my computer, sound settings. I think it's sound settings, right? Manage sound devices, maybe.
I turn your gain up probably.
I don't even know how to do that.
You gotta go LXR.
Yeah.
Go into your mic settings there, and then go into mic setup.
Oh, hold on, wait. My mic was way low. Oh, I should be way louder now.
Yeah, I just heard you turn up. Yep.
Wait, chat. Am I really loud now? Y'all let me know. I might be too loud. For some reason, my mic was set to 52. But now you can hear me perfectly well. Smooth Talk Radio. Here we go. Smooth Talk Radio, FT After Dark. Now it's time to get into the business. A little 104 chill vibes. That's the basic normal. Down a small bit maybe, but good stuff. All right, hold on. Let me do that for you then, John. Just for you, John. 1 sec after I go find back where I was. All right. Put that thing on 75. All right. You were fine already? Oh, well, listen. I'm just gonna go with this, so that's what we're gonna go with. Anyways, it's time to get it. It's time to get into it, man. We had ourselves some action. Why does it say the blue wall stands tall?
We did change the graphic.
I'm so scuffed.
I mean, they still stand tall. It's a true statement.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that up then. The blue wall still stands tall, but I'll tell you this. You know who isn't standing tall? My boys from G2. They fell down. They fell down. Or did Gen G rise up? That's the real question. Oh man, I want to hear your takes on the Gen G G2. What went down?
Well,
what happened?
I actually think it's the latter, bro. I think Gen G rose up. I really don't think G2 fell down that much. I think the only thing that really changed from G2 was they were put more on pressure from their defense, so their defense got exposed. Like, they actually got exposed defensively. I think we're going to see that a lot at the major, especially when they play teams like EU teams who are a lot more disruptive. They play a lot closer together. But I think Gen G stepped up like crazy. Like, we saw a whole different Gen G this weekend.
So a whole different Gen G this weekend. Gen G did beat G2 2 times. One time on Friday, I was there on the G2 stream. G2 went down 2-0. After that, G2 started freestyling on them, doing what they do, 2-2, and then ultimately they ended up losing game 5 repeat in the grand final of NA qualifier number 3, and G2 loses that one 4-1 in a series that has some pretty incredible goals.
You see that Daniel shot?
Daniel was special. Let me see if I can pull that up for everybody. Just in case you lived underneath a rock today. Just in case you live underneath a rock, you need some help as to where to go.
I was saying G2 needs to win in order for that goal to be like significantly important, but people still gonna talk about it. It's Daniel. So
Mr. Daniel did what he needed to do. Let's see if we can pull this up real fast. Display capture, boom, transition, bang. Look at me, I'm a streamer, man. This is what I do. Okay. I don't even know if y'all be able to hear it though. That's the real question. Wait, you're not gonna be able to. All right, you can tell. It doesn't matter. You can see the clip, and they can still see us too, or hear us too.
Look at this. Dodges the bump, pre-flip, get into an air dribble, flip reset. Okay. Okay.
But like, let's just break it down though. This man, like, pause right here. This man's reversing right here, right?
Yup.
He's reversing right here, right? Comes out of that pre-flip to get the catch. And then one touches it over the top because FK challenged right there. FK's on the challenge. The FK wasn't expecting that. FK wasn't expecting that. Air dribble. Chronic's like, what? This dude still has the ball. There's no way. Reset over my head. That's in your net. That's in your net every single time. It's just that simple. There's nothing you could do. I heard a lot of people talking, Raul. See, I'll be on the Reddit. And John's nitpicking. John wasn't the one on the Reddit though. John wasn't the one on the Reddit, at least I'm talking about here. They were saying Chronic should have challenged. Raul, explain to him what's going through Chronic's head. Me and Raul haven't even talked about this. I already know. I have a hunch as what I know.
I just think Chronic is just like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way he's gonna continue to or he's even going for a flip reset there. I think Chronic believes that he's just gonna go for an air dribble and he's gonna run out of boost. So then the ball's gonna come down and Daniel's gonna have no boost, no more touches left. Yeah, then he gets that air dribble and it's over. So
yeah, that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. And then I already know. I don't know what Johnny said about the play, but I just want to make sure everybody knows that it's not a single person in the world with a brain that's stopping that. Now, if Chronic just absolutely disrespected Daniel and just didn't respect him, he would have been able to tackle the ball. But nobody in this situation. Let me transition back into it. Nobody in this situation. Oh wait, it's blurry. I'm my bad, y'all. Nobody in this situation. I don't know why it's so blurry. But nobody in this situation is expecting Daniel to get a reset out of that. Like a reset with power. To continue air dribbling and then get a reset out of it. Nobody's expecting that. Ooh, whoops. Bad streamer.
It's just from how far he comes from, too. Like, he came from the midfield. He popped the ball up, came from the midfield on an air dribble. The pre-flip actually saves him so much boost.
It did.
If we go back and look at it, because he didn't boost like pretty much at all.
I gotta let you break it down. Hold on.
Midfield facing the wrong way. Pre-flip saves him so much boost. And he picks up that pad, saves so much boost on that pre-flip. Yeah, he's just not expecting that.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest, bro. That might, like, technical skill wise, that might be the best shot I've ever seen. Now, too bad it doesn't mean anything because they still lost.
It's
too bad. He picks up the pad in the air. It's like a latency issue. Sometimes you can grab boost. Sometimes you grab boost, and it's like if you're close enough, it's like a proximity and latency issue.
Now, do you think the same thing happens in EU? That's a big question.
Yeah, I do.
You think the same exact thing happens to you? You think no one's challenging that?
Nobody's
like,
challenging
regardless?
Nobody's challenging that. Nobody's challenging that.
You think they're waiting? I don't know if they're waiting.
They're gonna wait.
I don't see EU
because you gotta think about it though. You gotta think about it though. Gen G was playing very EU-like. They were challenging everything. All weekend, they were challenging everything.
I agree. I think they were playing. They played a lot better. They were playing. Yeah, they were challenging for each other and like playing a lot faster than they were before. I think that was probably like the one instance where they really didn't go for it.
Yeah, 'cause, like they weren't giving them boys no space. Like they every single time them boys jumped up, they were on top of it. And if they weren't on top of it, it's because they via the I would assume it's via the comms or via the situation. They probably assume that they don't have that much boost. Title subtext is wrong. I'm getting DM here. No, it's not. The blue wall still stands tall. So how's the title subtext wrong? He said, "Okay, my bad." I mean, they were playing. Gen G was playing great the whole time. They were really challenging. And so I like. In general, Europe challenges more, but to say that Europe's gonna challenge that, or anybody, I find it hard. But I think it'd have to be somebody in ranked or something that just really doesn't respect your game. Because I mean, like,
you think it's gonna be a ranked warrior?
Yeah, because for example, it's like saying Europeans were always challenging Zen, or in the last year and even this year, they still respect Zen. Like if Zen's up in the sky, it's gotta be a good challenge. They're not just like a stupid challenge.
Yeah.
And so,
do you think they respect Daniel to the same extent?
Oh yeah,
I don't know because they better. Oh no,
they better.
Well, okay, Zen is like proven though. Like he's won back to back.
Dan's not proven yet, man. Dan's not proven.
Oh, Dan is he's getting there. He's starting to win now.
Oh,
I mean, it's still worrying, but like,
boy,
I think Dan is proven. He's the best player on this roster right now. He's playing the best on this team. So.
He has been playing pretty dang well. I don't know. I feel like all of them play pretty well. It's hard to discern which one's the best. But I'll tell you this, though. That man Dan's looking like smooth butter out there in the field, bro. Smooth butter. Every single touch is clean. Every single touch is clean.
It's hard for you? This season is Daniel. I was Daniel's biggest critic.
It's hard. It's hard to say definitively which one's playing the best. Because they all have their moments. And they're all so great. Like Atomic's numbers assist-wise are ridiculous.
Yeah, assist-wise, but
that's always what he does, though.
He has like the most hiccups, though. Like you see him having the most hiccups on the field.
I mean, that's just how he plays, though. He's a very chaotic player.
But if we're looking at it as a whole, then I would rate Daniel higher because he's consistent and has pop-off moments. He's kind of like a... Okay, if we're putting it into terms, I would compare it to like Carmine Corp. I think Daniel is like the tier when Atomic is like a Tau offensive-wise. They will create goals, but he's not as effective as a Tau is for Carmine Corp in my eyes. If that makes sense. Or Beast Mode is just kind of like... He hasn't popped off, but he hasn't really played terrible as well. So he's kind of just like there right now.
He's crazy, bro. Beast had a couple games where he had like 4 goals. That's a sniper.
Against who?
TSM.
TSM, bro.
TSM's a good team.
They are, but like I think G2 has shown there's levels in this region. Like there's levels.
There's just levels in Rocket League. And I don't know, man. I mean, if I had to give it to one of them, I would give it to Dan, but it is close. It's really close in my eyes, man. I think they all have been balling out. Now, they weren't balling out in that Gen G series. They weren't balling out in that Gen... Well, no. They were mechanically, but then I think that's what's coming back to get them, though, is that they're so talented. Or really like a Golden State Warriors or Rocket League. They have too much talent on one roster that I think that they get sloppy.
Sloppy in what way?
They get sloppy as in they start double committing. They stop caring about their boost as much. They start going for more freestyle plays than they need to. I like the pre-jumps. I like the creativity. But then you got to find that balance. That's something that they need to find. I don't know what the balance is. They're going to know it better than me. But you can see that the balance isn't necessarily there. All the way at where they will want to. I'm sure they will want that to be as pristine as possible. And when you take that into account, I mean, a couple of times they were getting scored on just off of them double committing, bumping each other, leaving Daniel back or leaving Beast back in a very poor situation that's nearly unwinnable, going up against a team like Gen G. And despite all that, they were only losing these games by 1 goal overtimes. They were doing all that, and they still in the game. And so and I think they know that they're ridiculously talented. But it's gotta be a refine. They gotta refine that talent. You gotta refine that talent to the point where we gonna have our fun. We gonna do our thing. We gonna be creative. We're gonna be unique. We're gonna be like no other team ever in Rocket League. Like ever in Rocket League. I don't think there's ever been a team with three people on the roster that this mechanically talented.
Okay, I think we can.
Outside of Liquid. I think Liquid could give
like
him a run for the money.
Yeah.
Liquid could give him a run for their money.
But I'm gonna say it because I already tweeted it out. This is an upgraded phase. It's an upgraded phase. Talent wise, we go back. You go back. Everything's in hindsight for literally everybody. So they're looking at it from a hindsight vision, and they're like, "Bro, phase ended terribly." But if we go back to when phase started, everybody put them on a pedestal. They're gonna be the best team. They have the best probability to win worlds, to beat EU. This team is about to be unbeatable. And obviously it didn't turn out that way, but those three players on the team were the best in North America at one point, put on the same roster. And I believe they were the best team back then in North America. They had the best, I would predicted them to be the best team in North America and have the best chances against Europe, just like I do with this G2 squad. And you're seeing the same sort of inconsistencies. You're seeing the same sort of inconsistencies from them defensively that you saw on that FaZe team, where they're double committing, triple committing. They just look sloppy defensively. And it's not that it's just one regional. You saw this last regional too. It's two regionals back to back. And then people want to say that it's like it's only against Gen G who stepped up and improved. And I think Gen G actually exposed their defense. We only knew that at the beginning of the season that NA was more than likely going to be two teams, right? And we saw that after the first regional, we were like, all right, it's G2 Gen G, the heads of the region. So of course it's going to be only Gen G that's going to be able to expose them of their lackluster defense. Going into EU, I think they're going to get exposed even more defensively unless they clean it up. But they can clean it up, just like FaZe could. They just didn't do it.
See, that's a take. As much as I respect you, I do believe you're wrong here, Mr. FaZe coach. Because I think that you're saying they're upgraded FaZe. I don't think your FaZe, I think your FaZe is really good individually, but they weren't all the best at that time. That was like a team that would have all been the best in all CSX. Not all CS.
But they were hyped up to be the best.
I mean, they were hyped up.
You can't tell me that everybody wasn't calling them the best when they formed up. They were like, all right, this FaZe roster is gonna be ridiculous.
Best in NA?
So many people said that. When they linked up. Miss Sipical and FK.
I think there were people who were hyping up to be the best. I'll say that. I don't think it was everybody. But even then, I still don't think that. But I don't know. That's tough. Because also, I don't think your team in G2 they don't play the same.
What you mean?
Your team used to sing Kumbaya.
See, you're looking at it hindsight of how they performed at the major. You're actually looking at it hindsight how they performed at the major.
No, I was thinking and hindsight how they the whole entire regionals and towards the end, the whole entire time. Your team used to sing Kumbaya in it. Kumbaya.
There's no way you're saying this, man. There's no way. You're actually just looking at the last results that they ever had.
Kumbaya. That's what you used to be saying. That's what y'all used to be singing in that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this. It's interesting. Why isn't Gen G the upgraded FaZe then?
Because they don't play like FaZe. Their defense is low-key sloppy a little bit. But I would rate them I rate G2 that way because I think G2 is the super team of NA, just like FaZe was considered the super team of NA back then. They play identical, where it's like more solo play oriented. Because they have three individually talented players who can create for themselves. I think they are more like FaZe than Gen G. Gen G, don't get me wrong, like Gen G's all three players, especially like Chronic. I've been saying that Chronic is not a superstar, which I still don't think he is. He's a great player on one of the best teams in North America. But I think FK stepped up huge, and Abjack was playing well, but Chronic also stepped up huge for in this regional. I would rate J2 a super team, and I think Gen G is a really good team. I don't think a super team is like 3 superstars on the same team.
I can back that. I back that. I back that. I can back that endpoint conclusion. I can back the endpoint conclusion. But still, I don't know. The initial, I didn't play your team saying Kumbaya, and honestly, I think Gen G is playing a lot of defense today. I think Gen G is playing a lot of defense today, but G2 was just so pedal to the metal all the time. And you gotta think about it though, cause outside of this qualifier, G2's defense has been the best in NA. They have not been allowing anybody to score.
But do you see the way they play defense? It's so panicked.
Not initially.
It's goal line.
Not initially, because the first qualifier they played with Daniel just being way more passive. Then the second qualifier he started coming in a little bit more, and that's when you started seeing a little bit more chaos. This one, everybody was just all over the place, and that's why you saw a lot of goal line saves. That's why you saw a lot of double commits, because it just seemed like everybody wanted to get in on the offense and on the midfield, but then it just wasn't working out. So I don't know.
But they're like, my thing is like we've identified that they're steps above the rest of the competition. So the only team I'm comparing them to, in my eyes, in North America is Gen G, because everybody else they've smacked. It's not a comp. It's not comp. We've distinguished this, but since Gen G has beaten them now and Gen G's beaten them once. One time. They've beaten them one time, and now we're looking at Gen G as this like almighty team because they're showing that they can play at that level. But every other team like is goal line. Like their defense is just goal line. I'm watching them save balls at the goal line. Daniel's flying in, saving it, and then Atomic comes flying in defensively, saving it. Like, yes, the defense is immaculate. It's spectacular. It looks spectacular when you're watching it, but it's all goal line, and that you can't keep that up. Like, that's not consistent defense. Defense starts at the midfield. That's why EU defense is so good.
I see. So I'm asking you right now, Raul, who are you more confident in if you're confident in going into the major, G2 or Gen G?
Gen G.
Okay, thank you. Gen G. He's more confident in Gen G. You know what that means? That means it's good for NA, everybody, because that means that there's at least 2 teams from NA that could do some damage over in Copenhagen. I want to talk about the 2 other teams that made it from NA. OG and Luminosity. Luminosity, of course, they've had a great split the whole entire time. Some would say they've gotten some easy brackets, but they did make it to a grand final in qualifier number 2, went up against G2, got absolutely slapped, but that's blaming everybody outside of Gen G. And even Gen G's got slapped. OG, on the other hand, I want to talk about this OG squad. The bounce back. The bounce back.
Crazy.
Absolutely insane. From not making, did they even make the reach in the first qualifier? I don't know.
They made it. They went 0-3.
They went 0-3.
Oh.
They went 0-3. Went 0-3 in the first qualifier, and then finished up getting top 8 the second time, and then making it to the top 4 this time around. And honestly, we gotta be honest with ourselves. It looked like they could beat Gen G today.
Yo, OG?
It looked like they could beat Gen G today.
I'm saying, I think OG, I said it on my stream today, I think OG have a really good play style to go up against EU as well, or like the rest of the world. It's just because like they have to rely on each other. They have to. They don't have the mechanical prowess of other teams in the comp. They have to rely on each other, and they're working so well as a team right now. No, it's crazy. J-Naps is balling.
Oh, Naps is balling, Com's balling, Nola's balling, top 4 twice in a row. Okay, look, I'm underselling them. My bad. I know y'all are encyclopedias. That's why I rely on y'all. What up, Com? What up, Mr. Com? Just booked the flight. Yes, sir. And then John talking about they were 0-2 in qual 2 before reverse sweep and switch. They sure did do that. I would say that since OG's going there, NA legitimately is sending our best 4 teams. Our best 4
at
teams.
The moment.
Our best 4 teams.
At the moment, I agree. Yeah,
our best 4 teams. And and play style wise, because I think people. This is what I'm saying. People are underrated OG team because they're not G2 or they don't have first killer or something along those type of lines. But I mean, it's just the games. I'll touch SSG in a second, chat. I'll touch SSG in a second. They got underrate the OG squad because they don't have a quote unquote superstar. They don't have the dude who's gonna pop up, do a double reset on you, or like more times than not. But it's the teamwork, team chemistry, it's the creativity, it's the style of play that they're bringing onto the field, and it's also the fact that they're all land players. All land players. Naps, land player. I don't even talk about that. Noli, land player. I don't even talk about that either. Calm, also a land player. He might not be. He's gonna drop 400 on me, but it don't matter though, cause the physicality on land, it matters. It matters.
You know what he is gonna do? He's gonna be talking. He's gonna get in your head,
and he's gonna be bumping your ass. Pardon my French. And when that happens, you better have your head on the swivel. You better have your head on the swivel. So, I do think that just OG and the way they've been playing, and the fact that they were going toe to toe against a Gen G squad that was playing absolutely great today, has played great the whole entire weekend. I think that shows. Something. OG right now that we saw against Gen G, maybe G2 slaps them. You never know. Maybe Gen G just figured out G2. But that OG squad definitely could have competed against G2 as well. And I think that means something. What do you think?
I'm in agreement with you. I think that, like I said, like they have to rely on each other to play their game. And I think I've seen Calm take steps into new heights. Not like he looks a lot more comfortable than he did when they were not playing their best. Like Calm was just looking lost. He's making a ton of mistakes, but now he's looking good. Noli and Naps, I've seen them pre-jump each other a couple of times. Like they're finding each other in the midfield. They actually look super solid. But Naps is playing unbelievable. I think Noli's been playing pretty consistently since the beginning of the season. I think Noli's been their most consistent player from the start. And it's just like Naps catching up and then surpassing kind of like expectations. Like he was about to retire, or there was rumors of him about to retire since he was dropped. And look at this team now. I guess the pros weren't wrong when they placed them like the fourth best team in North America.
I told y'all they're about third, 14. Remember that? I told you.
You did. I was saying that on stream. I was like, Base was right, huh?
I told you they're about top 3, top 14, man. It's still to the love of me. I still don't understand how a player of Noli's caliber, the resume that he has, goes without making any of those top teams during the trial process. I don't get that. The man went over, played in whatever that tournament was in EU. Somebody give it to me. The off-season tournament. I didn't care about it, but he won it. He won an AB Vitality.
Yeah.
I mean, what else do you want me to say at that point? What else
he won with Ryzen Vatira. It's not like because we look at Atal and Atal creates so much for that team, and Noli just joined that team and won too.
like that matters. Man's a major champion. Man was playing great at the World Championship.
He's just a winner, bro.
J-Naps, a proven winner. Just a proven winner. You know exactly what he brings to the table. How is it that he's not? I guess he was getting trials, but I guess he wasn't fitting in. I don't understand that.
You got teams like NRG who could have desperately used Noli.
That's what I'm saying.
At the Shopify Rebellion could have desperately used Noli.
That's what I'm saying.
So many of these orgs just bypass them because of what? Like
that's what I'm saying. I don't even understand. And then Calm as well. I mean, he hadn't been to lands I think since Rotterdam, but most of his career, ever since he's been on a proven team of once he got the V1, a man's been winning. Man has been winning. Made a grand final all the way back in London, or was that they played Falcons in London? Dang, that land was a long time ago.
It's crazy because
they played V1. V1 played Moist.
It's crazy because they just the last team he's on, he gets overshadowed for a little bit because it's Dan in beast mode, so everybody just automatically assumes Calm is just gone. Like he's washed up. He doesn't have it anymore. And then we see the beginning of this split, and it was looking a little rough. But it was like, bro, Calm, you don't just lose it like that quick. It's just not. You don't lose that individual talent that quick. You can lose it as a team. Like you can slowly decline super quickly as a team, but individual talent is still there, bro. Like especially if he's still grinding, which he is.
Right. And then also you gotta think about it. The Calm Daniel Beast Mode thing. They ended up winning one regional, but it was clear that it just wasn't gonna work out. That wasn't the right fit, and that's fine. That's fine. But then I felt like it was held against him. I don't understand.
Yeah.
John says that no, he didn't get any good offers until he won Flipper Stream, but that's the problem. Why is he not getting offers? Why is it, like, what's going on here? Do I need an unbiased party to help do some scouting or something? I mean, I can help you build a team. It's pretty simple to build teams. I was looking at a resume, look what you've done recently, look at how you've been performing, look at your acumen, look at what role you play. I don't need all the mechanical players. I need people who want to win. And Nola's one of them. Has been a winner since 2021, all the way back on Guild. And he has been winning ever since. So I don't know what else to say. Man's been being disrespected. Also,
I mean,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
I was just gonna add to that, like, just a testament to him and Abjack picking up Chronic and winning our region alone should have shown that, like, he's just a winner. It doesn't matter whose team he's on. Ever since his drop from Guild, slowly came back into it and started competing on EU at a high level, comes over to NA and then dominates our region for however long and wins a major in our region. Like, I don't know. It's just stupid to me how he wasn't.
Makes no sense. I mentioned earlier about 7 or so minutes ago that the NA is sending our best 4 teams. I really do believe that. I believe Raul agreed. People started bringing up SSG, Space Station Gaming, and I'm here to say that I really don't believe that they were a top 4 team. I understand that they were getting unfortunate. It was some unfortunate with their matchups against Gen G a couple times, but also you gotta think about it. You gotta be able to handle your game differential. You gotta be able to handle your game differential on their end. You gotta be able to handle your game differential. And somebody's why is Kier? I mean about the music. Kier, I'll mute the music just for you. I thought it was copyright free, bro. I got off my track. For Space Station Gaming, for example, man, like, I think people are gonna say SSG is better than LG. But if they are better, how much so? And if that really is the case, then I mean, I really don't know. It's not that apparent. You're playing in qualifier 2, you go 3-2 against Akron. You do beat LG 3-2, lose 1-3 to G2, then you beat Pirates on a boat 3-2. You go and play, I believe, Gen G again, right? Gen G go 4-2.
Yep.
Gen G 4-2, and that was a Gen G that still hadn't figured it out yet. Gen G qualifier 3 is a completely different team than qualifier 2 and 1. And SSG couldn't hold a candle to that Gen G. Couldn't hold a candle to that Gen G. Go to open qualifier number 3. Open qualifier number 3, SSG. 3-2 Shopify. I think we've learned a lot about Shopify. About Shopify.
Shopify is a story.
We're going 3-2 against Shopify to start us off. Since we're going 3-2 against Shopify, you know who we play next round? We play G2. We lose 3-1. Then you go up against OG, you get slapped 3-0. Play Young Whippersnappers 3-0, you beat Dignitas 3-1. I do believe SSG is better than Dignitas. Dignitas, they kind of fell off towards the back end of the split. They need to pick that up. That was not the same team that we saw initially. Then after that, given the fact that you couldn't handle business game differential and couldn't handle business in series that people would expect you to win, I think a lot of people would choose SSG to go and beat OG. But then you didn't. You ended up getting whooped. You know who you have to play? You have to play Gen G again, and then you're playing the best Gen G we've seen. You get absolutely slapped. No contest, no nothing. How is that team better than LG? How is that a top 4 team in the name? I'm not seeing it. What are your thoughts?
I mean, the biggest argument is that they've been losing to just, like, they've lost to Gen G every single qualifier. That is the biggest argument. But I think game differential is the main factor that you have to point out, or it's the clear differential between them not making the major and them making the major. When some of these game diffs, you just have to win, like, some of these games to prove that you're a top 4 team. Like, they have a chance to prove it against specifically OG. They have a chance to prove that they're a top 4 team, and they get 3-0'd by OG. So, I mean, right there, like, OG is the team that's taking their spot.
Yeah, OG is the team taking their spot.
Yeah, and Luminosity made it far enough, and people saying it's a Mickey bracket, that they made it far enough to get to a top 2. But I mean, I think looking at it, they played that OG team. and that's OG team was on their upswing. So I don't really know how Mickey it was. I truly don't.
Yeah, I think like luck is a luck is a thing in life, but also you can control your own luck by your own skill and your own what you bring to the table. And I just I mean I don't know. I just think that could they be a top 4 team? They could. But I don't think so. I really do believe that LG has a much better style at the moment, much better team chemistry, much better surprise factor that they can bring to the land that SSG cannot. I do understand SSG did beat LG in Game 5. I think that was a close game. Close game in their one series they played the whole entire split. So I'm not saying the teams are distinctly big difference between the two. But I am saying that SSG had the chance to control their own fate, especially in the OG series, especially with going Game 5 with Shopify, especially with going Game 5 with Akron, and you didn't get the job done. And the format's pretty brutal. So I mean, all the players should understand that, though.
Yeah.
All the players should understand that. And I will say this: for this SSG team in general, I think you just know their peak. I think it's very defined. When they go up against a Gen G or a G2, it's boring. It's really boring.
Truly.
It's really boring. And they're not showing anything. Now you can say now people are gonna say, but LG gets slapped too. Sure, LG does get slapped. But LG's trying things in my estimation. They're trying to demo. They're trying to create something. And maybe you can tell LG. They're trying to create something. SSG, they're playing their game, and it just don't seem like they can win at all. LG going up against G2. LG was scrapping against G2. Now G2 just a better team. They ended up pulling out some stops, but LG was playing a ball out series. Yeah. G2 is just better. SSG playing Gen G. I mean, like it's not even like. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
My thing is like I think we've made it so that we want to take T-Bates terminology that the tiers is a real thing, especially in North America. Like Gen G, G2, we have clarified they're 1 and 2, and then in my opinion, everything else was kind of just toss up. Like it was really just toss up from like 3 to around like 6-ish. You could just be like, all right, any team can really just win these series on any given day.
Yeah.
And then maybe like another tier below that where it was just like another toss up.
Yeah. And I do, like I said, in my estimation, I'm choosing LG over SSG right now. I think on paper, people would say SSG is better than LG. But, I mean, I don't think on paper matters at this point. I think it's about execution. And I think it's about game plan and strategy. And I do believe that the 4 teams that were sending to Copenhagen from NA are the teams that have the most creative game plans, most unique styles, and I think that differentiation is going to allow those 4 teams to have the best opportunity to do well. No one in NA looked like a threat to the big 2 outside of M80 and Swiss. Don't talk to me about M80. But SSG were far better versus the rest of the field. Far better versus the rest of the field. Johnny, when the chips were on the line, when they had to make it count, they got swept by OG. Yeah, that's not far better than the field. That's not far better than the field. Pressure's on. You got what they know what it takes. They know what that meant. I'm the third best in there. That's what I'm talking about. Dignitas, we don't really talk about. They kind of fell off. And M80, I mean, you got anything to say about M80? I mean,
I think Joria said it best. He came to NA and gained 10 kilos. Like, bro, I was talking about on stream. Last time I saw Joris, he was cut, looking like an anime character. Bro came to NA and started eating some Tom Hortons. Tom Hortons. And go over there, go back to EU. I think it was better for him, man. He was playing better, probably in a better mindset.
And also you gotta think about it too. I mean, OG beat OG to make that top 4. Like, and we see that OG's a good team. So yeah, shout out to Kaniac Combo. Why can you see that somewhere? But I think it was just talking about Joria's gaining 10 kilos. Oh yeah, I did join.
Bro,
I did have a Kaniac Combo today. But I didn't. I shared it with my girlfriend, so it was only a box combo for me. She had 2 chicken fingers. I had 4. Anyways, and also I don't eat the toast, but I know everybody loves toast. Anyways, also I got a little bit of cane lemonade.
He said you can see the box.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's in a that's in a, like I said, we'll talk more about NA and stuff like that. When we get to first touch on Wednesday, just want to hit on it for a little bit. We about 40 minutes. So let me go and transition. What was the next thing I wanted to talk about? Let me just look at my little notes. Oh, before we go, we got the FK burner account, or not the FK burner account, the supposed burner account of FK's father. All I wanted to say about that is, all it took was 4 land spots for everybody to just start, all the drama to start unfolding. And I'm assuming EU's also gonna have a drama too. Now, as for, I don't really like talking about families and stuff like that. I'm not gonna, unless people do things that are really really egregious. And in this case, what I'll say is that one thing that you cannot take from FK and his family is that they all love and they all support each other, and they will ride and die for each other. And that's what family does. A lot of families don't do that even in today's society. So I do respect that out of the family. Regardless of whether that's the burner account or not. FK said it wasn't, so I'm gonna believe FK. Me personally, I'm gonna believe FK. Yeah, just talking about that. I don't know what all got to say about the burner account, but I was just some cute drama in my eyes. I'm like, one, how you even know that? How do you even know that? But
yeah, I just want to know the research done to that. Like, how many times has AJ seen him under like certain tweets and just been like, yo, this has to be him, right? Or assuming it's him. But either way, I agree with you. I think they're like a really close-knit family, and I've had the chance to personally like talk to them and be around them as a family. And although I don't agree with some of the things that he's done in the past, I do think he has the right intention in a way, because it is his son.
Yeah, he does. He cares about his son. He wants his son.
Yeah, he cares about his son. But people say he's overstepping a little bit, and I don't really want to give an opinion on that. Like, you form your own opinion on that.
There we go. Beefing over Twitter with teens is taking care of family. Listen, that's actually him. Then that's a little interest. Me personally, I'm not making a burner. I'm on the main. But yeah, it's like the drama thing. I don't know. It's like random. Like, it was kind of random. But like I said, it really only came out though because it's only 4 spots. That's my main point. If it was 5 spots, people wouldn't be talking about all this. I think we have like a 5-way tie or something, right? A 4-way tie. And AJ probably doesn't quote tweet that. AJ quote tweeted that with anger because it's only 4 spots. So let's
You think AJ quote tweeted that with anger?
Probably is. Probably frustrated.
Because he had to be researching that for so long.
Yeah. He had the tweet. He had the tweet from like August 2023 that he knew who this account was.
So you think it just broke him?
Yeah, it broke him.
The loss just broke him.
He was just frustrated. That's what I'm saying. The main point is that the 4 spots, that's what it does. So make 5. Sonics, give us 5 spots back. NAE, you both need it. Okay. Anyways.
They get 5 spots. MAD still not making it though.
They might make it. You never know. Man, you never know. Anyways, time to move over to the SSA Shenanigans, bro. Time to move over to the SSA Shenanigans. You were keeping up with this?
Yeah, I had people in my chat talking about it the entire time, and then I actually watched some clips, which was kind of crazy. if you seen them or not, I don't know if you saw them.
All right, the SSA Shenanigans. For those who don't know, I believe I have seen the clips. Or what's that Twitter? What's that Twitter? I got a lot to say about this topic, by the way. I have a lot to say. Some of this is gonna be unpopular opinion. Some of this is gonna be facts. And listen, it's all it's just yeah. I'm just gonna give y'all the low cut, the base perspective on this little childish drama we got going on. Where is I know that one person tweeted out the clips. I forgot their name. What's on the Reddit?
Maybe I go find it real quick.
John, what was that name? What was the name of the dude who tweeted out the montage? The montage. Actually, before even all that, let me just set the table, just because it's for people who don't know or aren't aware. So, Young Money Clan. I'm gonna pull up and look at people for y'all. Young Money Clan in SSA. They're a European.
Chris said he sent you a DM.
Alright, thank you, Chris. Young Money Clan in SSA were second in points. The only way that they could keep up with Limitless was if they sniped the Limitless. Oh man, the points are gone. Limitless won the thing anyways. But the only way they could keep up with Limitless is if they sniped them in the top 8 game.
But they needed Limitless to lose in quarters.
Yeah.
Which they weren't gonna do to any other team.
They weren't gonna do that anywhere else. That's why they said they needed to snipe them. Because they knew nobody else was gonna beat Limitless. So the only team that was gonna beat Limitless was. Also, this is scuffed production now I look at it, because this is not filling up the whole entire screen. Anyways. I'm still back here somewhere. Hi. Hello. They needed to be Limitless. They need to stop Limitless from getting a top 4. Otherwise, they're guaranteed to make the major. And they knew that. Everybody was aware of that. We talked about it on First Touch on Wednesday. Rise was kind of cooling it out on them, and everybody had a feeling this is gonna happen. And they ultimately did end up sniping them, or they ultimately ended up playing them. Maybe they didn't mean to snipe them, but they ultimately ended up playing them, or they were going to play them before they got banned. Before they got banned and never got to that matchup. They, from what I've heard, they were. Now I fear there's a lot going on both sides. I'm hearing from one side, from the coach side, that their computers, the laptops were bad. They had a car wreck. They had a car wreck. They had GPU problems.
Oh my goodness!
That was delaying their matches. On the other hand,
all of that combined. The same, all of it.
Well, the car wreck happened a couple days prior. All of that. On the other hand, they were. I hear that they were delaying matches. And then you see the clips. You see the clips, and there's a couple questionable things that were happening in the clips. Reminder: these are really good players. Let me go pull that up too. These are really good players here. Shout out TZRL. He made this on Twitter. I don't know why it's not taking up the full screen when I do this. This is kind of scuffy. Oh, let's do this without the sound. Let's see. All right, well. Hold on. Let me see if I can fit the screen this. Better streamer.
Get it?
Better streamer.
Hey.
Okay. So there's a couple questionable clips here. He had a flip away. I believe we're watching Riho's perspective. He gets bumped right here. Goes for the squishy. Okay, save, driving around the field.
You're like, where are you going, bro?
Took a really long roundabout way to rotate back. What happened here? Got bumped. Does a little flippy flip. Flips to the wall again. Comes back down. Goes to steal the boost.
Like, that's just not. It's just not normal rotations. It's just not. Look at him. This is like you're just in ranked with your friends, just messing around, just having a good time.
Flips back. This is the boost. I don't know if he meant to do that. Nugget grabs this boost. This is the most egregious play of all of them, where he goes all the way over here for some reason to grab the other boost.
Not looking at the play at all.
Then they get scored on. That's probably the most egregious play in my eyes. I know TZ posted a part 2 here. Let's check that out real fast. Let's mute that if y'all can hear it. I think he just got scored on there. He could have jumped. He had no boost. Weak save.
Yeah, I don't know if that's as bad.
With the ball right there, not as bad. Flips around. It's really just dumb.
It's like he's just trolling.
It's just
like
these
he's
dumb
actually
flips.
just trolling.
It's really dumb flips. Kickoff's fine. I don't even know why this is in here. Oh, this is somebody different perspective. This is in Riho right here.
Look, he's
50
bumping
right
his
there.
teammate.
Bumps Riho gets bumped again.
Look at him. Look at him. He's just actually just he's target bumping his
Remember, he was chain
teammate.
dashing on the way back. Oh yeah. So that's the Riho or the Riho the Nugget. Whichever perspective. I think it was multiple perspectives that we got right there.
I think him chain dashing on the wall, not looking at the play at all. Like he's acting like he's in free play. It's just like, bro, turn your ball cam on, man. Like at least you free play or you're wave dashing on the or chain dashing on the wall, like the whole way around the wall, like from the midfield line all the way to your net.
Johnny just sent me a clip of an insanely bad play. Let me check that out. Let's show that. I haven't seen this. Oh, Johnny made a YouTube video on this. Check this out.
Hey,
All right, what's JB watching right here? Okay, nice.
bro, what? Wait, play it again. Play it again.
No. Bruh.
Bro.
Wait, did Johnny play it twice? He did. Oh, I have to replay it because Johnny played it twice. What the fuck is going on?
And bro, his teammates flying for the corner boots as well.
Johnny's playing it 3 times
Hey,
just for
bro.
extra emphasis. Just for extra emphasis. Mate, what is happening?
Like, nah, bro.
Mate, what is going on?
It's a bad day though, T-Bates. That's all it was.
Listen, and don't even get me started on how they came into the Johnny's chat, I believe, after saying stuff like that. Yeah, it's just very, very interesting. I also got some more details. After this, after I get these more details, then I provide my thoughts on the matter. I keep all my sources confidential. Supposedly, once Swiss ended, this is quote. Supposedly, once Swiss ended, within 30 minutes, every RLCS manager was in a call talking about the situation. Wait, can my source talk about it? Never mind. Wait. wait. I'm gonna stop. Wait.
Bates started reading the sentence ahead. He said, hold on.
Stop. I don't think I want to make that news public. I don't think I'm gonna make that. I don't know why I'm getting DM this. I don't know why. Wait.
Your source is about to have to call a lawyer, bro.
I know. Yeah. I'm keep the source. Yeah. Forget about that. Anyways. Back to the important things. Back to the important thing. We're gonna act like I never said that.
It's a bad day.
There we go. John's got the lead to report. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. I mean, you want me to go first on it, or you want to go?
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Here's what I want to say.
Hear what you got.
I'm gonna be honest. It didn't matter what happened. If the Young Money Clan went 3-1 in Swiss, they were gonna get banned. I'm gonna keep it. Well, no. If they wouldn't necessarily got banned. Well, maybe they could have actually. It really didn't matter what they did. The microscope was on them so much that they were always gonna get caught up. It don't matter what excuse, what rationale they had. Nothing was gonna make it to where they could get around the fact that they could potentially be sniping Limitless because everybody knew about it. Everybody knew about it. So when I look at the clips, now the Johnny clip is hilarious. And the Johnny clip is absolutely hilarious. That's definitely the worst one. When I look at the clips, to me, there's only like 3 clips. It's the rotating all the way around. It's the rotating away from the play without ball cam to go get the boost. That one. It's the Johnny clip, and it's him chain dashing on the way back. Chain dashing on the way back. Even like the cam off team bump. I mean, listen, we've seen that all the time. The most notable being the Season 5 World Championship. Fireburner bumped the hell out of Garrett G, and they lost the World Championship. So I mean, like you've seen that. You've seen that. But in terms of the gameplay, you can pick the gameplay all they want. The question to me then became what was the review process like? What was the review process like? Because I just find it to be, I mean, Epic's the judge and jury in the case, so it really doesn't matter at that point. I mean, they can do whatever the heck they want. But at the same point though, like it's just kind of fast. Like they do like a statistical analysis. That's how I would have done it. I would have done a statistical analysis, and I would have done the fact that they were stalling all their games.
I mean, the stall is a big indicator, I think. And then you just look at a couple. You look at a couple of those replays. I'm sure if they were that obvious in a 2-minute clip, they were that obvious throughout, like entirely throughout some of those games in that series. They had to be obvious because they just seemed like they just didn't care to even hide it remotely. Like if I'm a player in their mindset, right? If I'm a player in their mindset where I'm like, all right, we're gonna toss the series. Then you're at least trying to hide it a little bit. You're normally rotating. Maybe you'll backflip once or twice, and the ball will roll in your net or something. Like those are something that could be disguised as like honest mistakes, but you're like not looking at the play, chain dashing on the wall, acting like you're in free play, bumping your teammates intentionally. Like there's a play where Rijo's like ball cam off, driving right at his teammate in the net, going for a bump and not looking at the play, and then he'll just turn ball cam on right afterwards. It's just so blatantly obvious.
Yeah, it was obvious, bro. It was obvious in that case. I haven't looked at all replays. Say for devil's advocate that they were doing that prior to say they like just drove around like that anyways, even when they were dominating people. And they were saying like you could do like a comparison between qualifier 1 and qualifier 2. They were doing that against people, but maybe they weren't. So that's like a little thing. I'm just saying like when you look at the gameplay alone, I would just hope that I would just hope that they added like a little bit more of a better process into it, because when I hear that they weren't like notified of the process, and I'm like, like you'd like that a little bit better review process there. Cause I mean, obviously you can't appeal it, and there's nothing to appeal. I mean, you drove up the back wall, and then you tried to save it, and you're just floating in real time. But yeah, but then I really want to get to the second. My main point here is, one, how much are the players to blame here? That's the first point. And then two, when we're talking about competitive integrity, is there a legitimate argument that can be made that is perfectly fine for YMC to do what they did? I know what the rules say. I'm talking logically.
You know what I think?
So I have 2 points.
I think on your second, I'm gonna answer your second point first. You might have to ask the first point again, honestly. But the second point, I think that you can actually, I think it would be fair to forfeit a series, like actually forfeit a series. I think it would be fair.
Talk to me about that.
But if you don't play and just intentionally throw, like if you go into the series and you know that you have to play a game in the quarters against a team, the only way you can make it, and you're like, all right, we're gonna forfeit this match. Like you go to Ahmad and be like, we're forfeiting this match because we want to play that team. I think that's fair, but I can see the argument against it where you should have beaten them in the past quals. But if this is your only chance to actually make it and you care about making it, I think that should be fair. You give them another chance to play against the team. You guys are clearly 1 and 2 in the region, and if this is your chance to make it, forfeiting a match, I think it should be fair. But just blatantly throwing is, I don't know.
Interesting. I would say that forfeiting a match, I mean, it's a solution, but it's not gonna solve the solution, because it's not a complete solution, because it's not gonna help with the game differential.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
And so the game differential comes to, and then I don't want to talk about formats and stuff like that, because I think every format's gonna have its there's no perfect format. Double elimination, I mean, they will still have to play each other in the finals. Yeah, double elimination, they can't help themselves. Swiss in the double elim, that's not gonna help. If you do some groups or something, that's not necessarily gonna help either. See, to me, I just believe that the rules are backwards here. I'm controlling my to YMC and to any other team that's ever in that situation. I understand that Limitless beat them both times. They had a chance to beat Limitless both times. They didn't. There's a third qualifier for a reason, though. You mean to tell me that my only chance of making it to the major is by hoping that they lose to another team when I know that the other team cannot beat them?
Mm-hmm.
So is it not in my team's best interest to do what it takes? And it's not like they're doing something like super unethical. If you're letting another team win, then they're winning. I mean, you're letting another team win. You're taking a loss. You're putting yourself technically at risk of losing. At risk of losing somebody else, or you're just doing all that, and then ultimately you could end up dropping another game anyways, and then you're S out of luck regardless. Like what is wrong with that? And I'm not talking in a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical chat. It's a hypothetical without the rules. 'Cause I do believe the rules are backwards. And if also Limitless can do the same though. Because Limitless doesn't owe it. Limitless doesn't owe anybody else in the region. Like if Limitless wants to go 3-2, they can go 3-2.
They can just counter. Yeah, they just counter throw.
What's wrong with that?
Is it? Yeah. I mean, if you're Limitless, you're trying to dodge them because you beat them twice. I think it's just like a mental battle at that point. But I guess I understand competitive integrity. But as a player, I would want, like, my mindset would be relatively the same if I knew that was my only chance of making it and I wanted to make it. I don't blame them for doing what they did.
Yeah, I don't fault them either for doing what they did. They wanted to make the major. They knew what they had to take. I don't think they. I mean, I think it was just impossible. But like you see teams tanking in the NBA. I don't know. I don't understand the European system as well. I know there's like relegation, so I'm assuming teams try to avoid tanking in that. You see teams tanking in football. Like teams tank. They still compete, but they tank. Like that happens. And I mean, or like they're in a way purposely losing. In a way. So I mean, I just don't know. I don't know. And as a product, to me personally, Qualifier 3 as a product for Rocket League, Qualifier 3 becomes way more interesting, and there's actually stakes with the way the Epic, well, I'll get to my point number one, I skipped over it, with the way Epic has allowed it by allowing Europeans to even play in the SSA for that reason. Qualifier 3 becomes way more interesting. Everybody's going to be tuned in on Saturday. Everybody's tuning in on Saturday. It's not a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
And also, you gotta be realistic here. You gotta be realistic here as well, because 9 times out of 10, most teams aren't even gonna try to do what YMC did. That's just not gonna happen. You can't even try to do that in NA or EU. It's not possible. Mina, I guess you could try to do it. I guess you could try to do it.
Yeah, because you're not that far ahead of the comp.
But yeah,
like YMC is.
Yeah, like for example, like you gotta think about it. This isn't even gonna happen, and if it does happen, you're not gonna be able to tell. Which is why I was getting back to that subjective test that I hope they really made objective in this review process, because you're not gonna be able to tell if somebody's tossing in actual NA or EU. Like if somebody,
it's happened before in NA. We don't remember when Shopify with Rapid trolling in clown cars, and they were blatantly trolling.
Okay,
but they didn't get banned for that.
Oh, they did. They did.
They didn't get banned for that
because it had no stakes attached to it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there was no stakes.
Yeah, YMC. Had
so why didn't they get banned?
YMC had the stakes attached to it. That's all it is. And
but if we're talking like eye to eye on both situations, Rapid and his Shopify Rebellion team at that time should have gotten banned. But we're not talking about that because there was no stakes.
True.
It's just a double standard right now.
I agree with that, and I just think I don't know. It's something wrong to me, knowing that YMC they couldn't do nothing. The only thing that they could do, the rules don't allow, all for the name of competitive integrity. I don't know. It's like weird. It's like a matter of perspective. And I will say, and I understand people will say they could have won either. Look, Johnny just said it. Johnny just said they could have beat either. But okay, then what's the point of the third qualifier then, though?
It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough because we're saying they should have beat him the first 2 times, but then we look at North America and Genji couldn't beat G2 until the last time. So what if it was the same thing here? Then we would be complaining that G2 or Genji's not going to the major. But we have more spots, so we don't have to worry about that. Like, just imagine a world it would be the same thing. We don't have to worry about it. It's crazy, man.
If you win 2/3 of the quals, you deserve it. Sure. Okay, if that's the point, and like I say, if that's the case, then they might as well not even have the third one. like. I think what people are saying is they would have at least beat Limitless one time in the past. They would have had to beat in an Apex situation, qualifier 3. Limitless better team. Would there be this much backup if they were SSA players in their own region? Ooh, I don't think so. I think, like I said, it's the totality of the circumstances that went into this. So I'm just. That's how I'm saying. Like, if I'm a player from YMCA, or not YMCA, YMC.
I think it's
I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how we can be okay with that as like a community. Like, I don't know. Me personally, being a competitor, I don't see an issue with it. I understand that there's 8 teams here, or there's 16 teams in the qualifier, but there's only me. It's me and them. They beat me both times. There's only one spot. I have to play them. If I want to get to where I want to go, I have to play them again. I'm not hurting anybody else by not doing this. If anything, I'm helping other people because I'm gonna make it to where I'm gonna play them in the top 8, which means that other people are gonna make more money this time around, whatever their prize split is. I'm not doing anything that hurts you. I'm benefiting my team. The only quote-unquote hurt here is the hurt to competitive integrity. Yeah. Y'all see when y'all follow me?
Mm-hmm.
And so like, and that's where it gets like subjective. I'm on the one side where I don't mind it. A lot of people will mind it.
Yeah, it is completely subjective. You know what I like. I think if you're a competitor, like you're a true competitor, if you actually want to win and play with the best, I think you're doing it. And if you're I don't know, I just think you're doing it if you're a true competitor. You're doing what they did because you want to win, and you know that's what it takes to win. Because you're gonna do whatever it takes to win, regardless. Like, you're gonna try to bend the rules. Like, everybody bends the rules a little bit.
Could match throwing a situation like this be avoided if RLC just gave her a region more than one major spot? Yeah, it could. It could. And the one thing I'll disagree with Raul is that as long as you're gonna do whatever you can to win, I would say as long as it's like ethical and stuff. And I don't find anything ethical. I don't find this to be cheating. It's just the rule. The rules say it. There's a lot of to me this is an interesting rule. I don't know. I don't know. There's like following some laws or something. Like, some laws are like really unjust and stuff like that. I don't necessarily. I wouldn't call this rule unjust, but I don't know if it's necessarily the best rule. I don't know if it leads to the best outcomes. Me personally, that goes to number one though. That goes to my point number one though. How much are the players to blame? For this? To me, And so I heard Rise and Johnny copy. I heard Rise and Johnny talking about this, and Rise was trying to pinpoint Johnny and saying that Johnny, you would have done this. And Johnny was like, no way, I wouldn't have done this, bro. I wouldn't have done this. I would never have done this. And Rise was like, yes, you would have. I do believe Johnny is saying that he wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. But I definitely can see why a lot of people would do it. But in saying that though, I mean, like, how much is that on that? I really don't put too much on them though. I don't really know them as people though. I'm not gonna try to character attack them or anything of the sort. I mean, honestly, I mean, it really comes back down to the decision to even allow Europeans to compete in SSA in the first place. I think that's what the main.
Yeah, it shouldn't even be there.
Yeah, I think that's the main problem here.
They shouldn't even be there.
I think that's the main problem here. A lot of people blaming kids. I mean, they are kids, 17, 16. I heard somebody replied to my tweet yesterday saying they're not kids. They're 17-year-old gamers. They're a kid. That's a kid. I would call 20-year-olds kids.
Yep. Bro, if you can't buy an alcoholic beverage, you're a child, bro. And especially if you're playing Rocket League, you're still thinking like a kid. You're still a kid. Like,
and
definitely still thinking like a kid.
And in saying that, I really don't fault them that much. Like I said, I really don't find it to be cheating. I find it to be they were trying to win. And I just think the rules kind of scuffed. Now they made their choice. They has the consequences. I think they're very aware of that. And I mean, I don't know. I guess they're fine with that. They might not be fine with it. They might be terribly, terribly sad about it. I'm not too certain. It's not like they're really gonna lose out on that much prizing over the course of the next year or so. Because I mean, we ban before we pay. we ban before we pay, so it's not like they're gonna lose out on much prizing regardless. So by the time they get unbanned, they still would never see their money anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think it's bad that they're not owning up to it either. I think it's terrible they're not owning up to it. Like they're just like, nah, bro, we just had a bad day.
I think they should own up to it. I mean, at that point. Well, actually, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They kind of just already put themselves out there like they weren't doing this. I guess they're in a weird spot. At that point, you might as well just keep riding the wave that you just.
But you gonna keep being like, it was my PC died like midway.
At that point. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying though. Like I would say it's more on. I mean, there's a decision to maximize signups throughout the whole entire Rocket League esports ecosystem. And in doing that, they allowed you playing with any region, and that's why we ultimately led up to this point. I don't think SSA team would have tried to achieve this. And I don't even think, I wouldn't even have been that happy if the European team made it to SSA. I wouldn't have liked that. SSA should be coming out of SSA. MENA should be coming out of MENA. OCE will always come out of OCE. APAC should be coming out of APAC, in my estimation, etc. So that's just that. I think people can be mad at the kids for doing it based on what we talked about with point number 2, where it's you believe they did something that was cheating, or you believe that they're ruining their competitive integrity. I think that's fine, but outside of that, in terms of the actual game itself, I mean, like I wouldn't go too much further outside that. I think a lot of people, more people than they realize, would attempt to do what they did, and that's all I want to say on that. Well, all I want to say, I kind of said a lot.
Yeah, you said a lot, but
yeah,
a lot of opinions about it. I agree. I think a lot more people, whether they say it right now, like looking at how it is, like if they were in their shoes, I think they would have done it.
Yeah. At the moment, the only thing is in the rule book, not to throw. So I mean, if it wasn't in the rule book, people would be fine with it. So I mean, just like people, I guess, are fine with Europeans even playing in the region first place, because it's not a rule book. Anyways, let's talk about it's not unfair to Limitless. You beat them twice, you can beat them again. They wasting their time. That's just cause I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want to talk about it no more. Epic and prize money. Epic and prize money. Why did the Okay, so I've heard, and see, this is crazy. I did not know about this. And I'm gonna lean on your insight here, cause just some timetables. Thank you, Mox. Mox talked about it. The fact that you can win 2 regionals and still lose the #1 spot is a format problem. No, talk to that. There we go. That's a points problem. I won 2. I should basically be guaranteed unless I just absolutely don't even show up. There you go, Mox. Talk to me then. All right. Anyways, back to Epic and the money. Let me go change the subtext. Epic and the bread. Ban before play. Ban before pay. Ban before pay. So I was on the Reddit, and I saw that, Vatira's mom, or was it Zen's mom? Was it Vatira's mom or Zen's mom? Do you know?
I think it was Zen's mom.
It was Zen's mom?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Mom Zen. What's her Twitter?
Oh, people are saying it's both. Apparently.
What's Zen mom Twitter? What's Zen mom Twitter? Zen mom. There it is. Wait, no.
I have no idea.
Is this actually that? Oh no, that's not his mom. That's not his mom. Check Zen tweets on it. This one, I just want to be accurate with what I'm saying. All right, check Zen tweets. Replies.
I'm saying she was commenting on the stream. She tweeted or was it on the stream?
Trying to find it. Can't find his mom. All right. Dang, where'd he go?
Zem's mom tweeted. Vati was on stream.
Hold on, I'm gonna find this thing. Couple of days.
She was talking to Life is Cool. There's Reddit posts for both.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
Someone's gotta have the link.
I'm gonna find it again. 1 second, y'all.
If y'all got the link, man. Oh, John got us. You see it, Baze?
I see him.
John's got us.
I see him. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Chad. Let's get into this. Okay, hold on. Where's my translation? Please translate this post. Okay. According to Zen's mother, he has not yet received the cash prize from the Worlds or Regionals 1. If this is true, and given the latest decision of Epic Games, we could be heading towards the downfall of RO Esports. Bati tweeted at his mom saying, "Can you explain the problems I'm having too? I think RO could close the game forever." And Vati's mom tweeted out this. World's cash prizes and all the unpaid spring split. All the cash prizes won between the ages of 15 and 16 of Axel. Therefore, with what is supposedly placed in the deposit fund until he turns 18, but no account is named from Axel to the deposit fund. I'm assuming the French that Google, the English translation, isn't necessarily the greatest, but you get the general point. The case of structure and the coach, therefore, did not receive the percentage of the cash prizes due to them, and for a year I've been asking for a PUT, a mandatory document that they did not give us in order to be able to recover the taxes on the cash prizes. It is shameful. And 3, there they will have to manage, I don't know how many teams, a lot of players from the age lower to 13 who are supposed to have their money blocked until the age of 18. That's 5 years, and in 5 years they can be passed. Management terrible, but there will still be more people to manage.
Wait, what?
Yeah, from what I'm hearing from Vati's mom, it appears that there seems to be some type of account that occurs for players underneath 18.
They can't get their money till they're 18.
Is John? You would know the TOS better than me. Is this true? It's a French thing. Okay, it's a French thing. Okay, John says it's a French thing. Okay. 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 And then where's Zen boy? Why is this not translated? Zen hasn't been paid for Worlds No region from Spring Split. That's easy enough for me. Okay. I wanted to get into this. Because bro, I want you to provide some background for me. Because I don't understand. Have you wait, but you did you receive prize winnings ever? For anything FaZe did?
Yeah. Oh well, no, not for FaZe, but for Ghost and
okay, for Ghost and United and stuff. What was that what was that process like?
Well, it would be on Epic's like I would receive an email saying like my payouts are available to be paid out to me, and then which were linked to my bank account, go and sign in, and then they would send it to me over time.
How long did that usually take?
I can't recall, but anywhere between like from the time I clicked the payout to like anywhere from that 6 months after, something like that.
Okay. And because I think cause you have a perspective because Epic bought Sonic I think in like 2019 or something, but I don't know when they really started doing stuff for it. So I'm assuming it was more like a Psyonix thing. Back in like 2019 for E United, and then 2020, 2021 would be more like an Epic thing. So generally 6 months. That's still a long time, but that's something. And based on my CRL experience, that's usually what it was too, about 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
3 to 6 months to get payout for CRL. I know that's not the case now. I know those payouts are taking a little while.
Yeah.
Some people haven't gotten their money, and see, it's crazy. This is crazy to me because you gotta think about y'all gotta think about how much money this man Zen has won. And so this man Zen has won. Okay, used to be 30,000 a pop last year, 22-23 for spring for every regional. They won all 3. That's 30 bands by himself. Then they won the major. How much money is that? Major is 100K, I believe. So that's 33 bands. So 63,000 so far. And then he won the world championship. So that's 200 bands. That's $263,000. This man has 320. Is that total? Is that total
like
for what he's won outside of that? I'm talking about just RLCS.
Yeah, that's his total earned.
Yeah, I'm talking about just RLCS.
So that's like
I'm talking about just RLCS from spring to Worlds last year. That's $233,000 that this man has not received.
Bro, I'm fighting somebody. Like that's so much bread.
And they're on salary. John brings up a great point. Think about the players without a salary.
Yeah, who need the money.
And then on top of that, you got to think about, and Vatira's mom brings it up. I'm gonna say mom because that's what they say over there. Ma'am, I think it's ma'am in France. Vatira's mom brings it up. That now they're paying out all these. They're supposed to go pay out all these people. Mom, okay, mom, I got it. They supposedly are paying out all these people now.
Wait, what are you talking about? They're paying out
they're gonna like everybody. All these players now can win prizing. Top 20, top 128 EU, NA, etc.
Even above the or like below the age of 18 now, or is it still
No, I'm talking about in general. Epic. Remember, Epic does the prize pool from all the way to top 128.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you're saying like more people
teams
can make money now.
128 teams get paid. Yeah. If you can't pay the man who won the world championship and just won the most amount of money in a 3-month span in Rocket League history, how are you gonna pay all these other people?
How are you even offering new?
And
new
how are you
seasons?
offering more money?
How are you offering new seasons? Like, how are we moving forward?
Like, I mean that with all respect. Like, that's a major. That's major, bro. And see, and see now, and see now. I want to ask all these players, why are y'all still playing?
Yeah, I mean, you know what's crazy is like Zen's making money from the org, but I know orgs get a split of the prize too. So like,
Yeah,
what's happening with the orgs?
Why,
Like,
why are the
how
organizations
orgs...
okay with this? People play for the love of the game, sure, but I'm making money.
I'm supposed to be making money.
Or an organization is investing in me. I don't care if it's normal in esports. Fuck that. Fuck normal in esports. I need my fucking money. Pardon my French. I'm so sorry if you listen. You got your mom in the background. Why in the world is any organization competing in the ROCS and the Rocket League Championship Series without getting paid? If I'm Vitality and I make this land for Copenhagen, why would I show up?
Knowing my payment is not coming.
You haven't paid me.
That was crazy. You're like banking on the trust of Psionics to keep your money when you 18.
And see, now I need to go look at the terms of service. Does the prize pool ROCS is the rules and guidelines or the terms of service ROCS TOS maybe? Does the prize pool have a set time duration? Let me see.
Frosty saying, I was just told I just have to ask every single day until I get paid. Bro's typing to somebody every single day asking for money. Like, that should not be happening. You shouldn't have to reach out every single day asking where your money's at.
Hold on. Let me just pull up what I'm looking at. Let me pull up what I'm looking at. Players will be notified by signs of their status as a potential winning player within 30 days of completion. Okay, that's great. When do I get paid though? Upon form of notification from Sonics. Okay, to respond. Cool. Alright, got a whole bunch of numbers about responding.
Yeah, they get responses. Where's my payment?
Okay, tax information. Yeah. By the way, I don't even understand the whole tax situation because I won money in the year 2023, but if I don't get paid for it in year 2025, how the fuck does that work? I'm not a tax attorney. I don't want to be one. I'm not a tax specialist, but I feel like something don't add up right there. Something don't add up right there. That's all I'm saying.
Imagine winning over 200,000 in 1 year. You have to file them taxes, and you don't even got the money.
Okay, there's absolutely nothing about when I got my money there. Okay, let me scroll down. Maybe it's somewhere else. Stuff I don't care about.
It's crazy how far it's gone.
Okay.
I don't know. People are saying that it's for the love of the game. It's for they love competing and everything. I just think like you could just be putting your time, as much time as they spend on this game,
That's
especially if you're not making payments.
That's not. Yeah,
You're like wasting valuable time, especially if they're not gonna get the money. Like,
I'm talking to organizations right here, man. I'm talking to orgs, bro. Orgs. If any organization watch it, if you're a member of an organization, you run an organization, you're a part of an organization, you know somebody who runs an organization. I'm really asking you, why? Why are you letting this slide? Why are you letting this slide? I mean, bro. They fortunate they kids, man. Cause there's more grown-ups, bro. That shit is not possible, bro. It's not possible. I can't pay the rent. Passion and love don't pay rent, man. They don't buy groceries. They don't get you out of bind. I want $230,000.
Yeah, nah. But Pringles brings up a good point. People complain about player salaries. Where else they gonna get paid from? We talk about sacrificing player salaries for boot camps and everything. If they not getting paid by Epic, or Epic's taking 6 months to a year to 5 years, however long to pay out. I don't want to go on that boot camp either. I'm not sacrificing my check.
Like I don't know, man. I love this game so much. I love this game so much, and I love the people in it. I love the community, and I believe in this game more so than I believed in a lot, like any other video game. I don't think any other video game can touch Rocket League. I think Sonic's made a fantastic game. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I think it's unique, one of a kind. Nothing else can touch it. Nothing else can touch it. Nothing else will touch it. I also believe that the game can and is better than Fortnite. I don't know if Epic agrees with that, but I mean, I just think it's better. I think it's better. Not in terms of popularity, but in terms of esports potential. I don't think it's close.
Esports potential.
I don't think it's close in that aspect. And if this is gonna become an actual proper industry, you gotta pay. There's gotta be payment. There's gotta be pay. There's gotta be pay. There's gotta be pay. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do that. Like, for example, like any of my talent stuff, bro. If I wasn't getting paid for none of that, I wouldn't be doing it.
You wouldn't be doing it.
I wouldn't.
100%.
I'm not doing it.
You'd be gone.
And I understand.
I ain't get my money from the last event. I'm good.
And I understand it's not prizing. This is like it's I don't know what the technical term is, but I mean I'm providing a service to somebody, so it's the quote unquote traditional definition of work.
Yeah.
But I mean, my prizing technically is a form of work that I have earned. I've earned that money.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point I need it, bro. It's at some point I need it, bro.
I mean, right now is like Zen's whole career at the moment is show matches. Like, it's just free show matches on the stream in front of viewers. That's pretty much all he's like currently until he gets paid. He's just playing for the audience.
I mean, Zen's gonna keep playing. Zen's young. I just don't. I don't know. Like, if I'm a mom, if I'm a parent, I don't know. It's weird. I guess it's different. If I'm a mom or parent, my kid's winning a lot of money. So, even if he hasn't seen the money, he's still winning it. That's not RIP. I don't know where the more is. I don't know. I don't know where the bread is. I don't know. I don't know about that specific financials. I guess I can't speak to that. But for the organizations, like, I know they do receive cuts of that, and don't most orgs like lose out? Like, most of them don't make their money back, so you need that money. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, man. That's tough, bro. That's tough. That's tough. I heard about that. That's tough, bro. I don't even know. I don't even know, man. I mean, and then in reading the rules, there's nothing that stipulates when they have to pay you.
Yeah, you was reading it and you was like, I can't find it. I can't find the time.
There's nothing that stipulates when they have to pay you, so I don't know when that is.
Just decide when they feel like it, man.
Yo, Achilles, appreciate that raid on that tomorrow's stream. If you're coming in here, appreciate it, Crasher. But yeah, so that'll be interesting development. People gotta get paid, man. I mean, that's just a basic ethical thing. People gotta get paid. And I know it's just those two families that came out with, but I know like CRL people who haven't been paid and stuff like that. So I mean, it's a lot of aspects and just esports in general. I guess Rocket League, but also esports in general. People gotta get paid, man. People gotta get paid if they want to be able to make something. People gotta get paid, bro. I don't know how you expect people to compete and they don't get paid, man. Come on now. If you don't have the money, just say you don't get the money. But yeah. Yeah, it'd be terrible for me to C-roll. If I was ever in a position to C-roll right now, where those young players are, where they don't get money, like I needed that money. I didn't have money. I had nothing. So like that money was nice. It helped, help buy some groceries and stuff. Like I needed that money bad. Anyway, help with the little bit of tuition I had to pay. Yeah. Anyways, all right, we're gonna do quick. Actually, we're gonna skip the big deal, no deal, no big deal. I think we've been doing this for a while now. Let's go into chat questions, bro. Unless you got anything else to say.
Nah, we could see what chat got.
All right, chat. We're gonna be chilling here for like 10 minutes or so, answer some chat questions. We're almost done with a little drink. Where am I at with my lemonade?
That's facts.
I'm almost there too. We're gonna do this for about 10 minutes or so, and then we're gonna head on out. Let's see here. How are you guys doing? I'm doing great, Space Man. I'm okay. There's a lot happening in the world. I feel like the more educated I become and the older I get, the more I don't know. The world's just not as happy. I wish I could be back to 7 and aloof and naive and not knowing anything in the world.
That's crazy.
Bring me
you know
back,
who you sound? You sound like every single boomer, man. Every single boomer. I remember everybody telling me when I was younger, just like, you gotta enjoy this youth,
Yeah.
You don't live carefree like this. Yep,
they're not lying.
You
can live carefree. Yeah, I can't live carefree anymore. And I don't have financial issues at the moment, so that much I'm blessed. So I don't have those issues at the moment, at least. I don't know, maybe that'll come to me, but it's just life. I'm doing okay. I always say I'm doing okay. Let's see. That's another question. Was Daniel's shot today top 5 in the open era? I believe so. Raul, what do you think?
I would agree. I think that's the only shot I've been mesmerized by. I was just surprised that it happened. Like I did not see it coming at all.
Yeah. Cause Atomic hit the pads triple tap, and I was like, ooh, and then I was laying down watching the game. I watched the games in my living room. I was like, wow, ooh, Atomic's nasty. I saw Dan did that, and I said, I got him and said, damn. I got to say,
I think I said ill like 10 times.
It was crazy. Like I said, we were talking about earlier. That was the best shot I've ever seen. Too bad it don't mean nothing, but it really was the best shot I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen that before. The technical ability in that shot. It was kind of like what is it? What is that program called where you can play really perfect in Rocket League? Whatever that is, Daniel accomplished that for that 6-second moment.
Yeah, the perfect touches, perfect decision making.
Yeah, Task. He accomplished that for 6 seconds. or maybe it was less than 6 seconds. It was literally picture perfect. It was not a wasted movement. It was not a wasted movement. Let's see here. The leaderboard issue is broken. They need to fix it. Do I think an RO union will work? They would have no legal power. There's not a collective bargaining agreement here. It would also have to be representation of the whole entire world. I don't know necessarily. I'm not too educated on how unions that are internationally linked work together. Or even then, regardless though, they have like no bargaining power. There's no collective bargaining agreement. And then Sonic's Epic, the way the law is structured right now, doesn't pay. Like, they don't pay for these players' salaries, and would they even quantify as workers underneath that? That's the question that's being raised a lot in a lot of legal context right now. So that's also the distinction. So a union, it would be cool if all the players and organizations band together, but the question is legally would that even have any power? And at the moment, the current law structure, at least in America, would say no. Let's see here. Raul, let me see. I'm trying to find some questions for Raul, man.
Oh, yeah. I see one. Yeah, my VOD is up. My VOD is up.
Let's see here. Where's the first question? Have y'all been paid, Bates? I don't know. Have we been paid? That's the Mars job. That's the Mars job. I don't know. I don't even know that was a question. Guest on Tuesday was on Wednesday. We'll probably get somebody. We haven't figured out. We figured that stuff out on Monday nights. Who's going further? Falcons or Fury Roll?
I would say Falcons.
Honestly, I think it's Fury.
Oh.
I think it's Fury. Y'all think SSG make a change?
SSG?
Mm-hmm.
I think they try out. I think they try out. I think there's too big of a gap, 1 and 2, that you don't make a change, or you don't at least attempt a change.
But do they make it?
Yeah, I think they would.
I don't think they do. I don't think they make a change. Actually, I don't know, because it's weird. Cause everybody needs to make the lands, and so there's a lot of pressure. So actually, I think,
I think there's gonna be a couple players that open up.
I think they do make a change. I think they do make a change just because the state of the league right now, how there's only 2 majors. If you want to do anything in Worlds, you have to make one of them. There's no room for error. So they gotta make it. They gotta make a change. Does First Touch get paid at all by Psionics? Yes. Let's see here. T-Bates, how do you feel about Raul potentially getting a custom T-Bates print Speedo? What's that about?
Wait, what did I bet on that? I think it was it if G2 wins the major? Is that what it was? That bet? I don't remember what bet it was, but yeah, I said I was rocking a Speedo this summer in my stream, and then I was asking chat for the custom prints. But and then somebody said if G2 wins land, then you get a Bates custom print.
Hello.
I was like, all right, bet.
Okay. Where you go? Where that at?
At the beach, bro.
Okay.
I said I'll post a pic on
When
Twitter.
do you ever go be at the beach though?
This summer, I'm going to the beach. I'll go to the beach just to rock a Speedo. Like
That sounds good. I'll hold you to that. Do you guys have less faith in G2 after today, or more faith in Gen G? I think we talked about this a little bit, but you can go.
Wait, more faith in who?
Do you guys have less faith in G2 after today, or more faith in Gen G?
More faith in Gen G.
I have more faith in Gen G. More faith in Gen G now, I should say. Maybe not more. I don't think I have more faith in them in G2, but more faith in Gen G now. They showed me something. They definitely improved. They backed up. KB Man says, where do you see the future of RCS going towards, considering the prize pool and the way the community has reacted, the way how Epic has been treating us? I mean, I don't know. It's a double edged sword. I really don't know. It's really uncertain. Like I said, I think this is the best game, best esport. It's just in the state of esports itself, and the state. I really do think a lot of this stuff is legal issues. Esports aren't regulated. They don't have to follow the same rules. The copyright law, intellectual property laws are outdated in terms of esports. Antitrust law, even in a way, is outdated. Unions are outdated, etc. Because esports are just different than sports. So I mean, like, it's really an avenue that for esports in general, the law hasn't addressed it. So there hasn't been anything that really makes these makes a riot or something follow in suit. And if that's the case, then they can do whatever they want. And I think if that stays the same, where the intellectual property owner can do whatever they want with the game, and there's nothing that they can really be held accountable for, then I wouldn't say any esport is really going to get anywhere near as big as we all think any of them can get. There's a certain cap that you can get to when Riot owns the intellectual property, and they get to determine everything that goes on with their league, and nobody else can compete with them. So I would say that to that. Let's see here. A few more questions. So many questions. TV says your top 10 list for the world changed since Gen G beat G2 this regional. Yeah, Gen G moved up. Raul, how do you think LG will do at the major?
LG. Ooh, that's low-key tough. I think I don't know if I see them being top 8. I don't know. I think they might just miss out.
Yo, Jamaican Coconut, appreciate the raid. Thank you. Hope you had a great stream. Think they might just miss out. Okay.
Yeah, like 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. What other questions you got? Falcons versus OG round 1 thoughts. Johnny Boy asked this one. Johnny Boy.
Wait, Falcons versus who? OG round 1.
I think we avoid these questions. I think we just let these simmer. I think we let those get closer to the major.
You don't want to answer.
I don't think we answer these questions. I don't think we answered. I think I need to review more tape.
Bates not confident in his tape. So not yet.
Do you still have contact with people in Psionics? Do you guys think maybe Shopify make a change? What do you think about that?
Bro, they better. They better make a change. They better make a change, man.
Let's see here. What other question we got? T-Bates enrolled is from Corrupt Arrow. T-Bates enrolled is, who is the best role player in Rocket League right now?
I'll let you answer that since you don't think Rise is a role player.
Cause he's
I would
not.
say Rise.
You're delusional.
I would say Rise.
You calling Finley a role player is just disrespect.
He's a role player, bro. It's not disrespect.
Okay, can you be a superstar and still be a role player in your eyes?
Yes. He's the best role player. Bro, he is a role player. What are you talking about? He has to be a role player.
So can LeBron James be a role player?
What? No. It's okay. See, now you're misconstruing this, because Rise is a player who does all the dirty work on a team, right? I would say Rise he like fills in where he needs to be, and he's the best at doing that. Hence why he wins a lot. I would say Turbo was a role player for his teams that he was on.
Yeah.
Hence why he won a lot.
Turbo was a role player.
Rise is the best at doing that currently, which is why he's on every single successful team, and why the best players want to play with him, because he's the best at creating space and opening up space for his two teammates. He's a role player, bro.
Well, okay. So you okay? I gotta get around this fundamental thing that you say. You believe role players can be superstars, or is it that or do superstars still have roles?
I think it more is that
There's a difference between one
but
and
we're
two
like
now.
we're quantifying. Okay, I think Rise is a superstar,
But he has
but
a role.
he plays a specific role.
But can't you say that about anybody then?
No, because I don't think because not everybody wins as much as Rise. Not everybody has as much impact to a team as Rise. Rise is on successful rosters. Like he's on every single roster Rise joins has been successful.
So is First Killer a role player?
Hell no.
So why isn't First Killer a role player?
Because First Killer is like the face of an organization.
Can Finley not be the face of an organization?
I wouldn't consider Rise to be a face of an organization. I think Rise has to play with another superstar. I think he has to play with another superstar. And that superstar, like every single other team he's been on, you've seen him play with another fantastic player. And it's like a 1-2 punch.
Interesting. I don't know necessarily if I agree with your logic, but I just wanted you to go down your logical chain. I just want to see where you're at. Best role player in the world in my eyes right now. I think Exotic's a good shout. I think Exotic's a good shout. He's a Swiss Army knife. He's just a Swiss Army knife.
Exotic's a role player.
Exotic, or I go with Slater.
Exotic's a role player. Exotic's a role player, Bates. Bro, Rise is way more of a role player than Exotic.
Rise is more of a role player than Exotic?
Rise is way more of a role player than Exotic.
Oh no. Oh no.
Are you serious?
How is Rise a role player but not Exotic?
There's no way. No way.
Wait a second. Let's pump the brakes here.
No way.
Let's pump the brakes here.
Oh.
Let's pump the brakes here.
Bro, you gotta watch Exotic, bro. Like you just gotta watch Exotic. There's no way we're calling him a role player. There's just no way we're calling Exotic a role player right now.
Exotic fills in the gaps. He elevates his teammates. I wouldn't call him a superstar.
Have you been watching BDS at all this year?
Yeah, he had a couple of 1,200-point games. I mean, listen, he's had some baller games. He got hot. He got hot.
No, bro, he's been so consistent, bro. He's been so consistent.
Is Finley not consistent? I don't like this definition of role player you're using. I don't like it. Bro. I don't like it
because of Exotic. No, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. It's like Exotic and Monkey Moon are 1 and 2 right now on that team. 1 and 2.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Exotic.
Wait.
Monkey
Did
Moon
you
are
call
1 and 2 on
Exotic
that
the
team.
second best player in Europe right now?
No, I said on that team they're 1 and 2. That they're Batman Robin. That's Batman Robin on that team. That's Batman Robin. It's clear.
Robin's a role player though.
Oh, bro, you get my point. No, it's Batman Robin and like a little junior. Like it's Batman and Robin and like another hero, bro. Like it's not, bro. Nah, Exotic's not a role player, man. Like Exotic's not a role player, bro.
All right, bro. And fine. If you don't want to say Exotic, then I'll go for Slater. Then you can agree with that one.
Okay, yeah, I'll agree with that.
Okay, I'll go with Slater. If Exotic doesn't fit, then I'll go with Slater. Rado's up there too. Rado's up there too. But I'll go with Slater. Sergeant Slater. Okay. That's the question. That's the question. We'll ask one more. We'll answer one more question. Actually, no, that's a great one to end on. That's what we're gonna do. That was a great question to end on. I don't think there's gonna be a better question. So now it's time to head on out. Look at this. Look at this production, man. All right. Appreciate everybody chatting and sticking with us at this late at night. You know, First Touch After Dark. We're trying to bring this to y'all each and every Sunday after regionals to recap ROC, Rocket League. Talk to y'all, chat with y'all on a much more chill vibe than First Touch. And yeah, we're trying to increase the content, and we really do appreciate the support and the love that y'all show for coming in here and just vibing with us on a Sunday night or a Monday morning or a Monday evening, wherever you are in the world right now. It's always fun. Raul, you got anything to say to the people?
Nah, man. I think you said it all. You summed it up perfectly well, man. We appreciate your support, and thank you for continuing to watch and support us.
Supporter. Make sure to share with your friends when this goes live on the First Touch YouTube. Share with your peoples. We're always trying to get some more subs. Always trying to get and grow bigger so we can just keep on talking about Rocket League. And sometimes we talk about other things. Just trying to spread our knowledge and make the world a better place each and every day. Each and every day, each and every night. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, it's time to get out of here. Damar's not here, so Raul, I'm gonna let you do the honors. You know what the phrase is.
1, 2, skip to my loop. 1, 2, to the loop.
We'll see y'all.